So, we need to say yes to others in order to expand the kingdom. And we also need to say yes to others in a radical way. And this is the passage we've looked at already in this study, and we've looked at many other times. But if you go back to Acts chapter 2, beginning at verse 42 and down through verse 47, this is the early church. This is the model for us. This is the first century church as God intended it for it to be, and is our example to follow. Look at what he says. As Luke writes about the first century church, he says, and they continued steadfastly. That means it was a priority. They continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, in the breaking of bread and in prayers. Then fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done through the apostles. Now all who believed were together and had all things in common, and sold their possessions and goods and divided them among all as anyone had need. So continuing daily with one accord in the temple and breaking bread from house to house, they ate their food with gladness and simplicity of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to the church daily those who were being saved. Luke wrote the book of Acts, and he made the point that people were attracted to Christ because of the authentic love of the Christians in that early church. They truly cared about one another. They were able to be honest with one another. They took care of each other's needs to the point that they were willing to give up what they had in order to provide for someone else what they needed. Think about people you know who love radically like that. Maybe there are not a lot of them. Or maybe you can think of someone specifically. And the chances are, if you can, their example will goad you on to similar behavior.